Today we will talk about alien sightings. Do you believe in alien? Do they exist or just a hoax? In year 1639, English colonist John Winthrop put his diary about the encounter of his fellow Puritans. They saw a great light in the night sky.
When it stood still, it flamed up and was about 3 yards square.
The governor reported.
When it ran, it was contracted into the figure of a swine.
The boatmen said that the mysterious light
ran as swift as an arrow,
darting back and forth between them and the village of Charlestown, a distance of approximately 2 miles.
Others other credible persons saw the same light after about the same place.
Winthrop added. When the strange apparition is ended, the Puritans found themselves 1 mile upstream as if the light transported them and had no memory of rowing against the tide. It is possible that they have been carried by the wind or reverse tidal waves, suggesting that they were unaware of part of their experience. Some researchers interpret as possible alien abduction as if it happened today. Blackjack whose volunteers are beckoning wonders in the sky, playing aerial objects from antiquity to modern times. People of the past did not have the knowledge, and their capability to achieve all that they are said to have accomplished, though someone or something else was involved. Ancient alien proponents will tell you get great pyramids, for example, Bruce, Nazca lines, were really due to extraterrestrials, while hyperdiffusionist proponents will tell you they were built by residents of Atlantis, or another, highly advanced civilization that lived more than 13,000 years ago. Stonehenge, another mysterious megalithic stone, standing in modern-day England. Ancient alien. In a modern take on the Merlin hypothesis, proponents of ancient alien theory, also known as the ancient astronaut theory, believe that extraterrestrials, with superior knowledge of science and engineering, landed on Earth thousands of years ago, sharing their expertise with early civilizations and helping them build architectural wonders such as Stonehenge. Also credit alien visitors for the construction of the Egyptian pyramids. The author Rich von Däniken, often considered the father of ancient alien theory, has suggested that Stonehenge is a model of our solar system. A number of other explanations have been offered for aliens' alleged hand in Stonehenge creation, including that the stone circle served as a landing pad for spaceships or as an observatory for extraterrestrial activity in the skies. Moon landing. One of the well-known story that conspiracy theorist tells that NASA faked the landing in the moon, that it was all acted. NASA astronauts Neil Armstrong, Edwin Buzz Aldrin and Mitchell Collins carried out the first human moon landing on July 20, 1969. Many conspiracists believe NASA did go, but the crew of Apollo 11 encountered a UFO on its historic voyage. The space agency has never acknowledged the existence of extraterrestrial life and has dismissed all claims to the contrary. NASA's official position is the crew of Apollo 11 did not see any UFOs on the moon because there were none. Dr. David Morrison, who in 2006 served as the Institute's interim director, said, "I am sorry to disappoint you, but you are repeating stories that are known to be false. No astronauts saw UFOs. There are no secret Apollo transmissions, radio or television, picked up by hams. There was no case of Apollo astronauts spotting other spacecraft on crater rims or anywhere else. These are well-known examples of fiction. What Jim Ober calls a space forgery hoax gone wild. The expert believes such UFO hoax and conspiracies can be harmful. He said they are insulting because belief that these stories are authentic requires the belief that generations of space walkers, including astronauts, are liars, cowards, and are fools. As far as NASA is concerned, there is no evidence of alien life anywhere in the solar system that we have encountered. Scientists are, however, excited about the possibility of simple microbial life once existing on Mars. Before the plane turned into the rusty brown dust bowl it is today, Mars once resembled a young Earth with oceans of water and a hot and humid atmosphere. Mars 2020 Perseverance rover will search for signs of past life in ancient Martian soil. We ourselves might become the life on Mars should humans choose to travel there one day. The Golden Record. by News 10 and 11, which stated Voyager, with carried small middle placers, identifying their time and place of origin, the benefit of any other spacefares that might find them in the distant future. With this example before them, NASA placed a more ambitious message aboard Voyager 1 and 2, a kind of time capsule, intended to communicate a story of a world to extraterrestrials. The Voyager message is carried by a phonograph record, a 12-inch gold-plated copper disc, containing sounds and images selected to portray the diversity of life and culture on Earth. The following is a listing of pictures electronically placed on the phonograph records which are carried on board the Voyager 1 and 2 spacecraft. Albert Einstein was a German-born theoretical physicist, Willie acknowledged to be one of the greatest physicists of all time. Einstein thoughts on sex.
Why should Earth be the only planet supporting human life?
What did Einstein think?
There is every reason to believe that Mars and other planets are inhabited.
Answered the professor. Stephen Hawking was regarded as one of the most brilliant theoretical physicists in history. Give a message about alien life forms that we may see in the future.
Such advanced aliens would perhaps become nomads, looking to conquer and colonize whatever planets they could reach.
Hawking said in 2010 on an episode of Into the Universe with Stephen Hawking.
If so, it makes sense for them to exploit each new planet for material to build more spaceships so they could move on. Who knows what the limits would be?
Hawking voiced his fears at the breakthrough event, saying,
"We don't know much about aliens, but we know about humans. A civilization reading one of our messages could be billions of years ahead of us. If so, they will be vastly more powerful, and may not see us as any more valuable than we see bacteria."
You believe that within a century we will make contact with an alien civilization? Well, you were right about what they may entail. I think the chances are quite high that we may make contact with an alien civilization. I think that aliens out there will be friendly, but we cannot gamble on it. So, I think we will make contact, but we should do it very carefully. Said by Michio Kaku, American physicist, futurist, professor of science and professor of theoretical physics in the City College of New York and Connie Graduate Center. Thank you for watching and listening. See you in the next episode of Do You Believe in Aliens? Do they exist? Or just a hoax?